by Dallas, make it hurt.
Yes. Give me a little bit more right there. But I ain't even hardly dressed. I'm sorry. Let me put my gear on, cause that's for the people who watching and don't tune in, and they know, it's Cowboy time. They might have a little problem today because it is a Victory Monday. Yeah. And y'all already know this is our time of the year. If the Cowboys would have lost, I would have had about 50 people in here already right off the top. Y'all know that, right? You know that. But because, I heard it was a game yesterday. Y'all understand. I heard it was a game, and so, they don't want to show up. But nevertheless, whoever shows up, it's all good. Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, for the first post-game show. That is coming, of course, from this one and the only Big Time Show podcast that is being seen and heard live right now as we speak. And we are even right now live on Instagram right now as we speak. We are here to talk about, you already know what time it is. I hope you guys will share while you're coming in. I hope you will. Get this out to as many Cowboy fans and Cowboy haters as possible. We all know the nation is deep, and so are the haters. They're deep too. I want to talk about a few things, of course, that we saw on yesterday that's worth discussing. Quite sure most of you have already kind of listened to many other shows. My brothers and sisters who are in the Dallas Cowboy content creator business. Quite sure you listen to all of those, and so when you hear me, I'm quite sure some of the things that you hear me say is stuff you've already heard. But I ain't had my say yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this on out. Hope that you guys, of course, will share. Everybody hit that like button for me if you don't mind. Give me about 20 smashes, if you will. Do that for me, and I would appreciate it so much. Listen, if you want to contribute to the podcast, you can. You can do that at, first of all, the Big Time Show. You see it there on the ticker. The Cash App is $, the Big Time Show. If you want to contribute on Facebook, you have the option of using those stars. You can do that as well. It's not a requirement, but it would be appreciated. Then, of course, if you're on YouTube, you can use the super chat button there. It's right there, should be there for you, so that you can use that. I hope that you would. I would appreciate it so much. How y'all feeling out there? See, today is going to be kind of slash. Let me go ahead and get the obvious stuff out of the way, stuff that you already know. As I told you guys on just so many occasions, in terms of Dak Prescott being signed, it just made perfect business sense. Is Jones family is not dumb as everybody tried to make them out to be. Here's the bottom line, y'all. You know, after everything Ryder said, it just makes business sense, because if the Cowboys did not restructure Dak or give him a contract extension, the bottom line is, ladies and gentlemen, he would have counted over $40 million next year, and as dead cap, whether he was in a Cowboy uniform or not. You would also use your common sense, would have had to pay another quarterback. So it'd be just like you paying two quarterbacks, even though the Cowboys wouldn't be not necessarily paying him, but he would have counted against the cap. You would put your organization in handcuffs. It just wouldn't make any sense at all to do that. So I believe it was just a matter of Jerry just being Jerry. You may look at the timing when they announced it, 11 o'clock, you know what I'm saying? During the day, just before the game, Jerry gets what he wants. It takes all of the headlines, you know what I'm saying? Folks weren't even talking about the game. They were talking about Dak Prescott. I mean, it did what Jerry wanted to do. He wanted to dominate the NFL. Talking, he did it by putting it out at the specific time. He already knew the number that he was going to offer Dak. He knew it was going to be $60 million. He knew the guaranteed money. He knew, you know what I'm saying? And most of all, he knew what he was doing when they announced it. When Adam Schefter, that was the first thing I got. When it crossed my phone, I was at the church, and I crossed it, I said, this is typical Jerry Jones. It just shows you how much he loves the spotlight. He knew he was going to dominate it. And most of all, it will point all eyes to 325 yesterday. Because whether you love the Cowboys or not, I mean, we were going to dominate it anyway as far as rating goes. But now, when he steps on the field, he's the $231 million guaranteed, $60 million a year average, per year. $81 million signing bonus. So now all eyes will be on him. The ones that cheer for Dak Prescott will be right behind him saying, hey, we knew it was going to happen. Then the Cowboy fans, I already know what the haters going to say, but the Cowboy fans that are / Dak haters would be on there saying they were sitting there. This is the problem I got with it. They can't stand that Dak got signed, number one. I'm talking about Cowboy fans, the haters of them. But this how much you hate it. They were hoping that this man would do bad yesterday. They were hoping Dak Prescott looked like Deshaun Watson. That's what they hoping for. So they would cheer against their own team just to see this man fail yesterday. I guarantee you, there's many Cowboy fans that were like that. They want the Cowboys to win, but they ain't want Dak Prescott to have anything to do with the win. I'm serious. And all I'm going to tell you guys that fit into that category, those that may be watching this a little bit later on or whatever, you might as well let it go. He's here. 4 more years. Deal with it. We told some of y'all in the group, we tried to tell y'all what was going to happen. Deal with it. Ain't no sense of, you can cry all you want now. I'm looking for a couple people that I've been waiting on. They hadn't been in here since CD got signed. See, the all-in thing, all the major drama was about are we gonna sign all three of them? We had already figured out that Michael Parsons was not gonna get dealt with this year. We already figured that out. Michael Parsons knew that he was not gonna get dealt with this year. Everybody knew that. That'll be next year. Everybody. But what we did say is that Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb were gonna be signed, even though they were going to be probably the highest paid or close to it at their positions. We already said it. Now, what we didn't say was how petty Jerry Jones was going to be, because all this stuff could have been done weeks and actually months ago, to be honest with you. But as we said, when every quarterback got paid, we kept trying to tell y'all that he waited too long. We kept trying to tell you the price tag ain't doing it but going up. Dak Prescott could have been signed to $55, $56 million. All he had to do was get in front of Herbert, get in front of Tua, get in front of Jordan Love, get in front of who else got signed this year? Lawrence. All you had to do was just go ahead and get signed before them. Dak Prescott would have been signed right at $56, $57 million. Y'all would have been halfway crying, other than saying he the highest paid quarterback in the league and he don't deserve it. But when all those guys got signed, we tried to tell you. Dak Prescott ain't doing nothing but just smiling. With everybody that signed, Dak Prescott just was smiling like, oh, okay. And if you listen to Dak said it, the reason why it was $60 million. He told you in the interview, if y'all saw it, Dak said he owed the league and the quarterbacks that followed behind him to make sure that they not settling, that the price tag, we said with the TV contracts coming in, with all the international play coming in, all this money, he ain't say Taylor Swift, but I'm going to say Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift last year gave the NFL, just by showing her like they showed her last Thursday, $330 million. Now, how did that happen? I don't know, but that's what they said, the Taylor Swift effect. So all that money just runs in. And all Dak is saying, with all this extra money, well, let's go ahead and raise the bar up. So yes, he had to reset the standard. He had to reset the market. That's what he did. And he said, the reason why was because he was next. See, y'all worried about, is he top 3? Is he top 5? Is he top 10? Is he all this? Listen to me, y'all. It ain't about that. I keep trying to tell y'all, in the quarterback position, it's about who is next. Which means, I don't care what y'all say, I believe the next one that's really up, that's going to really challenge some of this stuff, is the guy that we're going to see tonight. That's Mr. Brock Purdy. And y'all going to say, wait a minute, Purdy ain't top 5. Purdy ain't there. Justin Herbert wasn't either. Shoot. Trevor Lawrence ain't top 5. Trevor Lawrence not top 5. Justin Herbert not top 5, but when they signed, they was the top rated quarterback. I mean, right at the second or the second highest paid quarterback in the league. Ain't got nothing on their resume, ain't done nothing. You better get ready. Dak Prescott, in about 2 or 3 years, we're gonna laugh at $60 million. Just like when y'all cried about him getting paid $40 million. $40 million? Oh my God, you'll laugh at that now. I wouldn't be surprised if Patrick Mahomes go to the Kansas City Chiefs and say, hey, now. Oh, I know we got the contract set up, but y'all need to go ahead and get that money off that backload and just go on front it to me, because I need to be higher than that. And trust me, if Patrick Mahomes say that, the Kansas City Chiefs will make him a $65 to $70 million quarterback. It's going to happen. And y'all ain't gonna say a word. But see, this is the part about y'all. And I'm gonna get to the game in just a second. See, y'all kill me. See, now y'all got to come to see me because I told you what was gonna happen. I told y'all that was gonna happen. I told you what was gonna happen today. I told you that. Now you sick. Because we were right. We was right. I told you he was gonna get signed. The Jones said, and like I said before, I have to make an apology. But let me go back to Dak. See, y'all ain't gonna say nothing to Patrick Mahomes. Go say, hey man, look, I need to get paid more than Dak. Y'all ain't gonna say nothing. That's cool. That's cool. I ain't gonna say nothing because he's the best quarterback in the league. Ain't no question about it. He's probably, truth be told, Patrick Mahomes is probably the most valuable player in the league. Been that way. I ain't got no problem with him getting paid like that. But y'all folks had a problem. Y'all celebrated Justin Herbert and no, he ain't done nothing. Y'all didn't say a word about Justin Herbert getting paid. You didn't say nothing about Trevor Lawrence getting paid. You didn't say absolutely nothing. But Dak Prescott is better than both of them. And y'all tried y'all business. Matter of fact, let them go. Let them walk. Let them walk. Let them go. Let them. I told y'all. I told you what was going to happen. So, yeah, I'm tooting my horn because y'all, I was on this show all summer long. Y'all kept telling me he ain't worth it. He ain't that. See, it don't make no difference. You may still feel that way. But see, that leads me to this. I have to take away a statement that I've been saying for the last 3 to 4 years. I said that the Jones family does not, in particular, Jerry Jones, does not believe in Dak Prescott. I've been saying it. I've been saying it for 3-4 years. I say they don't believe in him. They let the man go on a franchise tag twice. They waited and let him play it out. Then he played, and then he got the $40 million contract. I said, look, Tony Romo didn't have to go through this. They gave him his money. I said, when you got a franchise quarterback, you don't treat guys this way. You just don't do it. They did it, and then when we got to this part, knowing what Dak was going to be as far as how much he was going to have to get paid, I said, just ain't no way. I said, they don't believe in him. As the time went by, I said, they don't believe in him. That's why he ain't been signed the extension. They don't believe in him. Not to that point. I got to take all that back now. And see it, and it goes beyond, ladies and gentlemen. It goes beyond saying where the Cowboys didn't have no choice. Yes, they did. They could have went to salary cap hell and all that. They could have let him walk and go to another team if they don't believe in him. They don't think he can do what the standard is. They could have just let him walk. See, you don't give $81 million of a signing bonus. You don't give $231 million of the $240 million. You don't give that guaranteed money like that. You don't sign a quarterback if you don't really believe in him. You don't sign him for another 4 years. You don't do that unless you really believe in him. So I had to take that back. I do give my formal apology to Jerry Jones right here. I will apologize because he put his money where his mouth was. Jerry been saying we love Dak. We love Dak. We want him. He's the quarterback of the future. Yeah, but we didn't see no dotted line. We didn't see no paper. We didn't see it. Yeah, they been hiding Metris. I ain't seen them since CD got signed. They don't want to come in because see they wrong, especially the kid Cowboy. See, he's sick right now. Now the Cowboys would have lost yesterday, and Dak looked bad. He'd been right in here. East side, he would have been here. They might pop in here in just a second. But trust me, I'm waiting on him. But I've been looking for him. I've been waiting on him, so I've been looking for him. But trust me, Jerry Jones, I have no other choice but to say it now. He believes in Dak Prescott. He does. You don't give this type of money away. You don't do this unless you believe in the guy. You don't make this type of investment into somebody if you don't believe in him. So I'm taking that all the way back. Jerry comes back and says, if y'all listen to what he said something very chilling, but it gives you where his mindset is. He says, look, I want him here for the rest of my time. In other words, he don't know if he's going to make it to, how old is Jerry? 81, 82? He don't know if he's going to make it, live that long. But he did say it was a powerful statement. I felt it. He said, I want Dak Prescott to be my quarterback for the rest of my time. Powerful statement. Powerful statement. Because he could have just said, hey, I'm going to blow this team up. I'm going to start over again. This will be my gift, and hopefully we'll find a quarterback, develop him in 2-3 years, and we can go ahead and try it out. But he said it. He put his money where his mouth was. We can't help but say that. Now, let's get to the game. Now, when that happened, okay? When that happened, can you imagine the locker room? When Dak Prescott, y'all saw how clean he was when he went into the locker room. All that stuff he got on custom made, nice little jacket he had on, looking smooth. I give the boy credit, looking raw. But can you imagine the energy in the locker room? They were already ready to play the first game of the year, but to see their leader and their quarterback get what they feel like he deserved, can you imagine the energy that was in that locker room? Please don't dismiss that. Please don't dismiss that. Those guys were ready to play right then and right there. Now, let's get to the game. I'm about to go. I remember, you've been hanging with me on my show. You heard me talk about, number one, that the schedule, them first 8 weeks or so, we have no choice. If we're talking about doing something this year, we had to get off to a fast start. And if you remember what I said, I also said that we're going to have to win some games that a lot of people think that we're going to lose. Y'all remember that, right? All right. This first game of the year, see, it's amazing to me how the narrative have changed. See, before kickoff started, it was a whole lot of folks who said the Cleveland Browns was going to beat the Cowboys. Y'all remember that? Vegas said that the Cowboys were going to lose, even though they knocked it down to a 2.5 point odds, which is almost essentially a push or pick 'em game. But a whole lot of folks said we weren't going to win. Cleveland Browns got the number one defense in the league. They going to stuff people. They have a tremendous running game, even though Nick Chubb is not playing. Deshaun Watson is back. And they have the number one defense. They have a stout pass defense. I even put the stats up. They're number one in the league in pass defense, only giving up 20 yards a game and all that type of stuff. They were 10th against the run, all that type of stuff. Mostly everybody said that we were going to lose. I myself said the game was going to be 17-10. I didn't say who was going to win, though. See, I ain't going to say that. I just predicted the score. In my mind, I had a feeling who was going to win, but I just didn't say it. In my mind, I said we should win the game. Because if you remember the last show, I said this, y'all. I said, everybody talking about number 4, but they talking about the wrong number 4. Remember I said, y'all, Deshaun Jackson ain't played Deshaun Watson hadn't played a lot of football. You know, Deshaun Watson ain't that, you know, he had a good yesterday here in Houston. He ain't played. Didn't I tell y'all that? I said he ain't, you know, I don't see the danger other than him running the ball. I said, I know he can do that. But remember what I said? If we can make Deshaun a passer, we're going to be just fine. Can I go ahead and get y'all to say, you were right, big time. Just put it down. You got you. I hate to toot my own horn, but 2-2. 2-2. I'm serious. Deshaun Watson was horrible. Now, what we didn't know, y'all were so worried about Myles Garrett. You know, Myles Garrett on Guyton and Myles Garrett on Steele, Myles Garrett doing this, Myles Garrett doing that. But what y'all forgot was that the Browns were down 2 of their tackles. So what in the world were they going to do with Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence? See, y'all were worried about the wrong thing. See, I already told y'all what it was about. I told you they weren't playing. You got 2 backup tackles against Micah Parsons and against DeMarcus Lawrence? Shit, you might as well say against everybody. Because the defense was like animals. Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were. Micah Parsons only had 1 sack. But you want to see a true game record? You saw it. A pure game record. Dominated the game. Micah Parsons did. From the defensive end. We talked about, and I'll be the first one to admit, I said we got a rookie. We have a rookie cornerback starting over there. Mr. Carson. I said, I don't know what to expect. I didn't know what to expect. I say he's a rookie. He's going against Amari Cooper. He's going against Jerry Jeudy, 2 excellent route running type receivers. I said, I just don't, I don't know. I ain't gonna say he's gonna play bad, and I'm not gonna say he's gonna play great. I just said he's a rookie. And I haven't seen too many rookies that just do well. But boy, didn't Carson show us. See, I mean, this is Will McClay at his finest. Carson looks very sticky. Carson looks like he's been playing the league 3 years. I mean, I think what he do? I think Cooper only caught 3 balls or something, like 2 or 3 balls. Dominant. I'm just highlighting the game. I could pull up some film because Overshown. Ooh-wee. Ooh. There's no look. Micah Parsons and Demarion Overshown, that type of explosiveness. That's what I saw. How fast Overshown is. It looked like, I thought for a minute it was Micah Parsons for a second. It looked like we had 2 of the same type of player on the field. And I'm telling you, we do. Demarion Overshown, man, is a serious problem. I ain't got to say nothing about Micah Parsons. We already know Micah Parsons is a serious problem. But we got a guy in Mr. Overshown that is like a missile out there. The speed, the suddenness, the aggressiveness, the explosive hitting. Look, let me tell you something. I'm just telling you, that's only going to get better. We were worried about Trayvon Diggs. Remember that? His knee, we don't know how to do. Trayvon look like Trayvon Diggs to me. I ain't talking about just because he got an interception either. I ain't talking about that. He played all the snaps. He no limp, no nothing. He looked good to me. Still got the instincts. That's why he got the pick. Look, and here's the other guy. Here's the other guy that you better give some credit to. See, I said Overshown and Parsons. We got one more missile out there, y'all. Anybody notice how fast Kendricks is? Did y'all see what I saw? Eric Kendricks, did y'all see how lightning he was too? Did anybody see that? I mean, and watch this. See, and see, this is not gonna get you the stats. This is not gonna get you the credit. Did y'all see how free Overshown? I even throw Damone Clark in there as well. Did y'all see how Kendricks was just running free? And you know why he ran free? Because who was up front? They didn't allow them to get to the second level. That means your linebackers can run free and just go nail folks. Did y'all see that? Because see, before the game, everybody was saying Cleveland Browns got a great offensive line. Y'all remember that? That's what they said before the game now. And let me just go on cut to this. See, I can't stand some of y'all folks. Not y'all. I'm talking about y'all haters. I'm also talking about the pundits that the little brief thing that I saw this morning before I went to work. It's amazing to me, and it's the same thing from last year. It's amazing to me how good teams are before we play them. And then when we beat their brains out, now all of a sudden they ain't good. Y'all notice that? Do y'all notice that? Do y'all notice that? I mean, all I heard was they one of the best running teams. We shut that down. You know, all I heard, they such a great running team. We shut all that down. They got a great defense. We put up 30 against them. I'm now all of a sudden, Deshaun Watson is back, super athlete. If they did that with Joe Flacco, remember they said if they did this with Joe Flacco, imagine what they gonna look like with Deshaun Watson. Remember that? Y'all remember that? That's what they said now. That's what they said now. Then as soon as we beat their brains out, soon as there was no answers on either side hardly, then all of a sudden, the Cleveland Browns ain't good. I'm just saying, instead of giving the Cowboys credit and saying, hey, okay, watch this, y'all. Instead of saying the Cowboys went in, it's big time about to say this. Okay, big time about to say this. The Cowboys went in and bullied the Cleveland Browns. Instead of just saying that, instead of just saying the Cowboys out-physicaled the Cleveland Browns, instead of saying that, they want to say that the Cleveland Browns just not good. They're just not good. But I say it because it was the truth. We out-physicaled them. We beat them up, and we won the game. Now, I just talked about the defense. Let me look at this comment. Shane said, let's pump the brakes. It's only week one. I want to be excited, but as great as the defense played, we still more production out of running backs. Well, we didn't really run it. Well, yes, we did. I think we ran about 27 times. We add in the quarterback sneak 26 times or so. That's about average, right? We just need to run it when we have to. That's the Cowboys running game definition. Can we run it when we have to? When we need to? Can we do it? They found a fine job. I stick with what you did, Shane. Here's the difference. Now, for those that watch film, Keystone Cowboy, I believe you still in here. When we watch the film, and I think all 22 will be in tomorrow. I don't think we got it tonight. I haven't looked. But when we do it, let me show you what we had talked about on this show. Because I said when Ezekiel Elliott comes back, we already know primarily what his running play gonna be. Zeke up the middle. Y'all see, I mean, he ain't running outside too much. It's Zeke up the middle. Last year, or 2 years ago, when Zeke ran up the middle, he wasn't getting them about a yard, 2 yards, no more than 3. 2nd and 7, 2nd and 8, 2nd and 9, or even sometimes 2nd and 10. But did y'all notice what I saw? Because it was the same play. Zeke up the middle. But what was the difference? BB, Zach Martin, Tyler Smith. Because see, when Zeke got the ball up the middle this time, when it was 2nd down, I saw it was 2nd and 6. I saw it was 2nd and 5. Same play. It's just Tyler Biotis out there. It's BB. Did y'all notice that? So when it's 2nd and 6, 2nd and 5, the whole playbook is wide open. Hello. Did y'all notice Rico running the same plays, get 3, 4, 5 yards on 1st down? We didn't get stopped in the backfield too much. We had to win 1st down, and we did it. Dak didn't have a crazy. Y'all notice the numbers, 179 yards, but he didn't have to have it. He didn't have to have 300 yards. He didn't have to do it. Why? Because, as Quack just said, y'all act like y'all mad. That's why. What Quack just said. It was balanced. It was complementary football. Defense shut folks down. Offense score. And let me go and throw this in. Before I forget, let me just throw this in. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think this is a surprise, but let's just go ahead and tell the truth. Brandon Aubrey is the best kicker in the NFL. No question. I mean, he was there last year anyway. He was all 1st team, all pro kicker, so there ain't no surprise. But I don't think it's no question at all. We have a weapon. We have a serious weapon as a kicker. I'm talking about a serious weapon. And this guy right here, if you get past the 50-yard line, it's points. Y'all understand what kind of weapon that is? Huh? I mean, and see, the running game was secretly or sneaky very good. So y'all don't want to look. Okay, let me show you. Some of y'all didn't check it out. Some of y'all did check it out. And remember, the running game was jet sweeps. It was everything. Cowboys, ladies and gentlemen, had 25 rushing attempts for 102 yards. That includes Dukes. That includes Rico. That includes Zeke. That includes the jet sweeps with CeeDee Lamb. That even includes the little quarterback sneak with Dak. All of that averaged up to 25 carries, 102 yards. I'll take it. What's wrong with that? See, y'all got it messed up. Y'all looking for one running back to have 100 yards. That ain't really gonna happen this year, y'all. It might happen when somebody busts one real crazy. You know what I'm saying? It might average it up, but this is not what they truly did what they said they were gonna do. Yeah, thank you. And Turpin did it too. This is what they said. They said a committee. It was a committee, y'all. It was. Dak had 179 yards. Hello. 179 yards. Who would have thought that? If you told me Dak Prescott had just 179 yards, I would have told you Dallas Cowboys got beat by 40 points. See, and like I said, I ain't looking toward the future. See, if Kid Cowboy was here, he'll be saying 2-5. I don't know nothing about 2-5. We 1-0. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? We 1-0. That's all. That's 1-0. You had one game, a game that a lot of people thought that we weren't gonna win. We went in, we beat them, we 1-0. See, if you're waiting for January, you're gonna miss the whole season. But we'll let all those that want to just talk about playoffs, well, we'll see what he gonna do. And matter of fact, to all of you that love to say that we'll wait until the playoffs, well, you got to win in the regular season to get to the playoffs, right? Right? You got to play to get to the playoffs. That's the last time I know. You just can't skip to the playoffs. You got to earn the right to get there. So the first box of the year, check it. Check the box. 1-0. 1-0. For all you that want to say, well, he does well in the regular season. Well, guess what? Then you shouldn't be surprised that we won. You shouldn't be surprised, because that's what we do. 36 wins in the last 3 years. Only Kansas City, I think, got one more win. Guess what? That's what we do. So Dak Prescott and the Cowboys winning in the regular season, guess what? Should be a surprise, right? Since that's what y'all say, he only show up in the regular season. Well, guess what? Hey, it's regular season right now. So I guess he gonna show up. So if you waiting to January, catch back up with us in January if we make it. How about that? I'm a realistic Cowboy fan. If we make it, which I think we will make the playoffs, but you never know. You never know. The only negative about the offense was, of course, Jake Ferguson got hurt. Probably going to miss a few weeks. MCL sprain, if you haven't heard, MCL sprain and a bone bruise. He's going to miss a little time. So that's one of our weapons, of course, that we were depending on. We'll see if Schoonmaker and hopefully my guy can finally get on the field. John Stevens now until Jake come back. Hopefully, because that's another weapon within itself, whether you know it or not. I hope my guy get on the field now, John Stevens, because I believe that's gonna open it up even more. To be honest with you, exactly. So keep that in mind. One more weapon that we need to talk about. I hope y'all enjoyed seeing Kevontae Turpin with so many chances yesterday. I really don't think he gonna get too many more. He is a weapon. If you keep giving him chances to run, I believe teams see he's such a weapon that I believe they're gonna start telling kickers, because he almost burst one on a kickoff return. But I really believe they're gonna tell kickers, man, let's just kick it. Let's just kick it to the end zone. We'll get the Cowboys to 30. We'll get the Cowboys to 30-yard line. Just kick it out the end zone. Just kick it out the end zone. Don't even kick it to this kid, because this kid can hurt you. This kid can hurt you. So forgive me. We don't. And if you get a Cowboys. If you get the Cowboys the 30-yard line, well, really, they don't have to go probably no more than an extra 30 yards, and they in scoring range. Y'all don't understand how powerful that is. When you got a kicker like we got, man, and you almost guaranteed points as soon as you get to the 50-yard line or a little inside of it. Man, do you understand all you need is 25 yards to get in scoring range? Do you understand how powerful that is? And y'all don't get it. Sure, we could have scored more touchdowns yesterday. Sure, Brandon Aubrey kicked a few field goals yesterday. First game of the year, y'all. Who got to hold on to lead? Well, they ain't depending on Turpin really to be that guy. Excuse me. When he comes in, I agree he need to catch the ball. He'll get more time there, and he causes a problem with his speed and Cooks out there and CD out there. That's dangerous. But they ain't really depending on him to be a primary dude on receiving and all that type of stuff, but it is an extra weapon. His impact would be in the kicking game. But I don't think he's going to get too many chances because, look, teams ain't fit to get him that ball like that. They're going to stop kicking to him. Whoever the other guy was, and I'm not sure who it was, I would love to see Deuce Vaughn beside him on kickoff return because I believe Deuce can do some damage as well. But whoever that guy is that's going to be on the other side of Turpin, that's where they're going to kick to. That's where they're going to kick to. See what I'm saying? I believe it's just a matter of time. And remember, y'all, it's the first game. Is in one last and here's thank you, Gwen. I was about to say, if you want to have another negative, here was the negative. Once again, clock management bit McCarthy. When Aubrey kicked that 66-yard field goal that didn't count, it was because of a mix-up with the timeout and all that type of stuff. Again, that was Mike McCarthy. It's some of the same things show up. But because we were beating them so much, it didn't hurt us. But you can see some close games, clock management issues starting to pop up. That did happen. I agree with you 100%, Gwen. That could be fixed, but it seems to always show his head ever since McCarthy's been here. So hopefully that's the only mistake we'll have in that area. Exactly. Kevin said the conscience said they never reset the clock, which they didn't, and that's an argument as well. That's really an argument. That's the truth. They didn't reset the clock, so it was an issue on that part. Kevin said, I would love to see more from Tolbert. I just say stay tuned. All right. Now, here's the last thing. As far as, I'm just giving a Cliff Note version. I ain't really going in depth and all that. Tyler Guyton, Cooper BB. Because before the game, a lot of Cowboy fans was talking about, and of course the pundits were saying they're starting two rookie offensive linemen. You don't know how that's going to turn out. They rookies. He's going against Myles Garrett. He's going against the defensive player of the year, BB. Can he call the right adjustments? Can he move people out the way? Can he do all that? All I'm gonna say is this. If that's the first game for some rookies, can you imagine maybe in about week 6 how these guys gonna be looking? I'm just saying, y'all. I mean, I have a reason to see some things. Cooper BB and Tyler Guyton are only going to get better. I ain't saying they all pro. I ain't saying they pro bowlers. I'm just saying if that's their first game and they look like that, I think it's safe to say that they're going to look good. I think they're going to be pretty good. Shane said, I had one question about the game that was confusing. Why did the offense come out in the second quarter when the Browns had the first down? I was confused about that. They thought it was fourth down. And that's what happened. Exactly, Gwen. But I like what you're saying, Gwen. I don't know, Gwen, I don't know you too well. I don't know if you ever attended my show, but I really like what you coming in, shooting straight fire. Your previous comment was nice too. Gwen said second half almost exhausted the defense. That's because the offense was not moving the ball too much. But here's the thing, though, Gwen, and I don't know if you caught it or not, but did y'all see how Mike Zimmer was rotating people in and out? Did y'all see that? Even though the defense was on the field, they were fresh. I mean, defensive tackles were rolling in back and forth. Maris got in to help out to spell some linebackers. The only thing that really didn't change was the secondary. Everything. Zimmer rolled them in and out. Overshown was not the starter, but when you got guys that ain't playing a whole lot of plays, maybe they explain why Overshown looked like he was a track star out there. Maybe because he was fresh. Maybe the reason why Kendricks looked like a rock star out there because he was fresh. I mean, that's what I saw. So, and they were dominant as far as defensive goes. I mean, they were dominant. So, even though the offense, it is just good to know that now I'm going to tell you something else and I got to look at the film to watch this. All right. I got to watch the film to watch this. But I was shocked. But I could have sworn that Zimmer had Carson and Diggs in a lot of man more than I expected. Man-to-man defense. And I'm going to watch the film just to make sure. But if he did that and Carson played that well, and I understand he's going to get burnt this season. I understand it. I get it. But when your first baptism in the league is Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy, ladies and gentlemen, that's how you gain your confidence real quick. So I guess I'm optimistic. I got a lot of my questions answered. You remember on my show during this whole summer, once the schedule got released, and when we drafted Tyler Guyton, and it was just a foregone conclusion that he was going to be the starting left tackle. Remember, I went down the list and I said, oh my God, we're going to start a left tackle and he going to go against Myles Garrett and he going to see Cameron Jordan against the Saints. And then he got to play Baltimore with the guy that I can't pronounce his name, but he's a Pro Bowl player. Then he got to see Thibodeau from the Giants. And then he got to see Hutchinson from the Lions. He got to see TJ Watt. He got to see Nick Bosa when we coming off the bye. And I was saying, oh my God, I don't know how this kid gonna hold up. That's what I was saying, y'all. And even though as we should remember the other thing I said, wait a minute. I hope Mike McCarthy don't try to have this guy playing hero ball. He did one play, and that's when Myles Garrett got in and got the strip sack. And he baked Tyler Guyton. And that wasn't the only time that he went on a one-on-one. Tyler Guyton held his own, but most of the time, as any offensive coordinator should, there was a tight end over there, and then, of course, there was the chipping going on. So, what does that tell me? The same rules will apply for next week against Cameron Jordan, against Bosa, against Hutchinson, against all these guys. I'm good. I saw it. Because here's the thing you got to understand about Tyler Guyton. He done won against the two best. Three, actually. Well, I ain't gonna say the three best, but three of the best. Two of them definitely. What are you saying, big time? He ain't played for one game. Ladies and gentlemen, he won against Michael Parsons in practice every day. Ain't he the best? I mean, ain't he one of the best? And please don't think that Michael Parsons took it easy on. Okay, if you can hold your own against Michael Parsons. I ain't saying he wasn't beating his brains out, but I'm quite sure he had some successful plays. He also went against DeMarcus Lawrence. Somebody that can run you over. Y'all remember that? He saw him too. And then he went against the defensive player of the year, Myles Garrett. I think Tyler Guyton gonna be just fine, y'all. I think so. I think so. So here's the bottom line. We want to know. We want to know. Those are the wins. Okay? Are y'all listening to me? Yesterday, the narrative about the Cowboys, well, they can't beat teams that played over 500. They can't beat a playoff team. They only beat up on the jabronis. They only beat up on those guys. Well, we beat up on a playoff team yesterday. We beat up on a good team who everybody thought was a pretty good team before kickoff. I would say everybody say the Browns trash. Y'all just kill me with that. But anyway, those are on the road. Those are the games that we need to steal. It's a tough schedule, y'all. It's a tough schedule. The Saints is going to be a tough game. Well, I think it is. The Baltimore Ravens the very next week. I think that's going to be, obviously, a tough game. The Giants at New York, even though I think we should destroy the Giants as we always do, their defense is still pretty good. We go to Pittsburgh. Any Mike Tomlin team is going to be dangerous. It's just that simple. Then we play Detroit in Dallas. Detroit is ticked off at us because we beat them last year, and Detroit is a good football team. Then we got a bye week, and then we go to San Francisco. That's the only thing that I concentrated on. I ain't even talking about the rest of it. At Atlanta, then Philly, then of course the Texans and all that. I ain't got to that. You see what I'm saying? So I'm these first 6 to 7 weeks, if we talking about playoffs, I remember I said we got to get off to a hot start. If we start off 2-4, that ain't gonna be good. I said that. I said that if we really want to be, cause some real drama in these first 6 to 7 weeks, we need to put up at least 3 to 4 wins on the board. At least. The Browns had the number one offense, Shane. The Browns had the number one offense in the league last year. And most of them guys played yesterday. They had the number one. Wasn't nothing wrong with their defense. The offense, they were down 2 offensive tackles, both sides. So they had backups on both sides on offense. But there wasn't nothing wrong with their defense. They ain't missing nothing on defense. So that truly was the number one defense in the league yesterday. And the Cowboys ate them alive. 30 points on the board against the number one defense, I'm sorry. Yeah, we got a reason to be a little optimistic. I ain't saying Super Bowl. I ain't even saying NFC East. I'm not saying that we going to go 8-0. I ain't saying that. I'm not saying, what I am saying is this. Cowboys are going to be a problem. That's what I'm saying. It's defense. I said this earlier. Y'all can go back and look at my page. I said the Cowboys will have a top 8 defense in this league this year. I said that, mark it down. I said the Cowboys will have a top 8 defense in this league this year. So far, So good. And how about this? And I'm closing. I'm through. Because y'all can go ahead and watch the 49ers and the Jets. I'm closing. Listen to this. At least for the first week, I need all hand clap emojis for what I'm getting ready to say. This does not cover the full 17 weeks. But for the first week, can we get the hand clap emojis that we stopped the run? Can I interest y'all in that? Can I get some hand clap emojis for that, please? Please. We stopped the run. And please don't say, oh, Nick Chubb. If Jerome Ford is the one that substituted, they substituted. He's the one that substituted for Chubb last year. So he's a pretty good runner. He put up big numbers last year. Can I get y'all to? I know we complain. We at least for 1 week. At least for one. Now I don't know what we're gonna do against Alvin Kamara next week. I don't know what I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do against Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. I don't know what we're gonna do. But at least for 1 week, can we make sure that we applaud Mike Zimmer, the Mike Zimmer effect, that we shut down the run at least? Because remember at the beginning of the game, everybody say, well, the Cowboys they're gonna have to figure out a way to stop the run. Figure out a way. My God, we shut them down. We made them a one-dimensional team. We made it a Deshaun Watson game. They couldn't run the ball yesterday. Hello. For 1 week, I'm gonna do this. I don't know if I'll be able to do it again. The jury is still out on whether we can stop the run. But for 1 week, we shut them down. We shut it down. Oh, ain't no doubt about that. We shut it down yesterday. You shut the run down, guess what? You're gonna usually win games. We did it yesterday. So I feel like that if you had to draw it up or start better, I don't think you can draw other than saying you wanted some more points on the board. Instead of kicking field goals, you wanted more touchdowns. Got out to a slow second half start offensively, but we really didn't do nothing then. Other than that, I mean, come on, y'all. You can't draw it up on the road. Come on, y'all. We can't ask for a better start. I'm sorry. You ain't gonna score on every possession. Y'all, I mean, you know what I'm saying. Come on now. You're gonna have to punt the ball every now and then. And you might even get scored on. But when you dominate the game like we did yesterday, you can't do nothing but tip your hat to the Cowboys and just say, hey, played an outstanding game yesterday. We did, y'all. Outstanding. I didn't think we were going to play that well. When I asked y'all Saturday, I said, y'all give me the score. I told y'all going to be 17-10. I for sure didn't think that the Cowboys were going to come in and put 30 on the board. I didn't think that. I didn't see that. The Browns did almost what I said. I said, in my mind, I was saying Cowboys 17-10. I mean, I didn't expect the offense to play that well. Not like that. Oh, one more thing. I'm sorry. I just thought. I need some more hand clap emojis. Okay. Here we go, y'all. We were inside the 5-yard line. Can we applaud Mike McCarthy for, even though we were in the shotgun, can we applaud Mike McCarthy for running the ball inside the 5-yard line with Ezekiel Elliott? Can we, instead of throwing a bubble screen at the 5-yard line or a fade to CD or some type of, something to Jake Ferguson, can we applaud him for running the ball? Can Can y'all do that, please? Can we do that before I leave y'all tonight? Can we applaud Mike McCarthy for calling an actual play that needed to be called, running the ball? Yeah. That's good stuff. Cause one thing about Zeke, inside that 5-yard line, he gonna put that head down, and you just gonna have to stop him. You ain't gonna get him for no losses right down there. He gonna bang it up in there, and I got my money on him inside the 5-yard line. Thank you, Coach. Just a great victory. Big Dak Prescott. If you can't stand it, sorry. If you can't stand that Dak Prescott is gonna be a Cowboy for the next 4-5 years, sorry. All I'm gonna say on behalf of some of these people in the chat, we told you so. I ain't gonna even do no calls tonight, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, I mean, well, let me take that back. Michael Evans, are you here? Michael Evans, if you are here, because me and Michael Evans kept trying to tell people what was going to happen by Dak Prescott. I believe Michael Evans deserves a voice. Michael Evans, if you are here, please call in right now. Because I gotta give him his flowers. We tried to tell everybody what was going to happen. Nobody didn't want to listen to us. Y'all didn't want to hear it. We tried to tell y'all. If you're here, Mike, call in now. Call in real quick. Tell you they did. They surprised me. I ain't gonna say they proved me wrong. I said I thought we would win. I just thought it would be a close game. And the Cowboys do what have I always said? We win spectacularly or we lose spectacularly. That was a spectacular win yesterday. We doing what we do. We blow people out. That's what we've been doing last few years. We blowing people out. That's what we did yesterday. Same thing. Blow them out. So I was shocked. I thought it'd be a close game. I believe in Cleveland's defense. And watch, Cleveland gonna come around next week and probably shut folks down completely. They're just gonna do it to the Cowboys. Too good. Offensively, too good. Can't shut it all down like that. I see Mike is not here. Okay, we good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out. Y'all go ahead and enjoy the rest of Monday Night Football. And we will see you this Saturday. I might come on again later this week, or I'll do a video or something. But my next live is scheduled all the way for Saturday. And that'll be a preview, of course, for the Saints. And so I'm closing the book on the Cleveland Browns. Now, I need to come on again and talk about the Saints after I look at them a little bit. They put up 40 points yesterday. So, David Carr is not trash. Alvin Kamara is still Alvin Kamara. Chris Olave, whatever you call him. He's there. It's a 1,000-yard receiver. Tyson Hill is a problem. The Saints have some weapons. They scored 40, so we got them. They can play. You'll see. I need to come on and talk about them, and then definitely Saturday to go and finish it up as we get ready for Sunday. But here's the bottom line as I leave you guys. Listen, we 1-0. That was all that was on schedule. You can't play a whole 17-game season in 1 week. We 1-0. Saints are next on the list. We'll see what we can do with them. We headed to trying to be 2-0. That's what we need. The Cowboys need to get off to a fast start with this schedule. We need to win games that people don't think we're going to win. We also need to beat the teams that we figured that we're going to be favored of. I think the Cowboys already are a 7-point favorite against the Saints. I think that's too much. Vegas had them as a 7-point favorite already. That's the kind of stuff that scare me. But in other words, that is a game that we are supposed to win. In other words, all games that we are supposed to win, we need to win those. I think this is one that we need to win. We'll worry about the following week after that. But for now, let's just go ahead and tear up the Saints. That's what need to happen. All right. So 1-0. Don't let these haters talk about a Dak Prescott record is 2-5 in the playoffs. We ain't at the playoffs yet. Who cares about 2-5? All we trying to do is 2-0. That's all I'm looking at. 2-0 against the Saints. That's all we need to look at. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate y'all for coming and hang with me tonight. Know that some of you watching the game. Go ahead and enjoy it. Go enjoy the rest of your evening with your families and all that type of stuff. I'll be with you guys in one shape or form, whether it's on video or whether it's just a post or something. But I'll be with you guys, and definitely look for me on Saturday at 3:00 p.m. For the one and only, the big time show. We in the season now, y'all. It's go time now. It's go time. Hey, we here now. Everything is settled. All hearts and minds are clear. Guys that needed to be signed have been signed. It is what it is. We just go play football now. You got to worry about all this other stuff. Let's just go play football and hope the guys get locked in. Just handle business. All right. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate y'all. This has been the one and the only, the big time show.